Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess, and you're watching my keto journey where I am on a mission to lose, or rewind, I should say, my weight from an unhealthy, morbidly obese 309 pounds to a healthy 169 pounds. And I'm using the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. So this video is going to be very helpful if you're looking to start your keto journey. You want to know how I've lost so much weight. If you want my tips and my experience, definitely hit that subscribe button. I am 40 pounds into my journey right now, and I still have 100 pounds left to go. So there's gonna be lots of juicy stuff to talk about. Okay, so let's get started. This video is going to be 10 tips on how to start your keto journey so you can have the results that I'm having. I jotted some notes down because I tend to ramble and we want to make this short and sweet. So the first one, very powerful one. Number one, research everything. Don't take somebody else's word for it. Do your own research. Talk to your own doctors. There's books that you can read. I like Obesity Code. I like websites such as dietdoctor.com. Find some food style, like keto food types of websites and blogs. I would suggest ketoconnect.net, ruledme.com, Tasty Yum. There's so many good ones. So that would be my first one. But the first thing is you've got to do all your research and make your decision whether you want to do keto or not based on your research. So number two, forget everything about the food pyramid that we've been brainwashed with. You're switching from a carbohydrate-based diet to a fat-burning, ketone-burning, is your fuel diet. Very different. You can't mix the two. You either pick one or you pick the other one, and you pick which one works best for you. I personally love the keto diet because I haven't felt this amazing since I was little. I haven't had this much energy since I was like in high school. It's crazy, and it's only been 40 pounds. There's nothing in me that wants to go back to a high carbohydrate, glucose burning way of life, because that got me to 309 pounds and I'm feeling like I was tired 24/7. I am now a happy 269, full of energy and enjoying life again. So that, and then you ask, what are keto foods, blah, blah, blah. Well, you need to figure out your macros for the day. 70% of your macros need to come from fat. 25% need to come from protein, and 5% only need to come from carbohydrates. Now, the 70% of fats is not literally 70% of your diet in a day bacon. That's like, no, you still have to use common sense in this. The 70% of fats are healthy fats, such as oils, avocado, coconut, macadamia nut, did I say olive oil? Healthy oils. And then healthy nuts, like fats that come from nuts such as Brazil nuts, pecans, walnuts, all those yummy, delicious nuts. But watch your nuts. Some of them have carbs like cashews. So you can have them, just watch them. Grass-fed butters, grass-fed dairy, like cream, heavy whipping cream. You want it from a cow that's grass fed, pasture raised. Let's see, avocados are great fats. Eggs from chickens that are also pasture raised, that are eating bugs. So those are all great fats. Then for your 25% protein, you're going to get that from grass-fed meats again, like, pork, chicken, poultry, cows, beef, just beef, sorry, seafood, eggs, stuff like that. And then make sure you have good quality of that protein. Don't get the cheap stuff that has no color, that's just been fed corn. You want good quality meats. They're actually healthier meats in the long term. And then 5% carbohydrates should come from salad mix, kale, green leafy greens, let's see, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, green beans, green peppers. What am I missing here? Cucumbers, asparagus, cabbage. Those are all great carbs. And not to mention, they're loaded with good nutrients for you. You will feel great. And with that being said, make sure you switch your table salt, your white table salt, to the pink Himalayan sea salt. When you remove all of those processed foods from your diet, you're taking away all those added vitamins and minerals that they put in all that crappy processed foods. Well, you still do need those vitamins and minerals, to make sure your diet is balanced. It keeps your energy up, and it's naturally found with no chemical, no processing in pink Himalayan sea salt. So you can have plenty of salt. I always love salty foods. I love that I can just add my salt, my pink salt, and all my foods. So that's one of you definitely throw away all your white salt. Even the sea salt, it's a better choice, but you want pink Himalayan sea salt. It's just it's naturally how you can get your added vitamins and minerals and keep your energy levels up. So if you're feeling sluggish or you're having the carb flu, which is when you're going to detox from it the first week or so, make sure you're getting your pink salt. Totally get a look. Another thing, do your research about the carb flu. You will experience a massive detox your first week on keto, and that's basically flushing all of the bloat, all of the just crap that's been built up in your system, and you're gonna feel crappy. So make sure, I knew ahead of time when I did it to make sure I had plenty of sea salt in my diet, so I did not have, I didn't have the carb flu, but a lot of people are afraid of salt. So they're not putting it in their food, and they're going to have the carb flu. But you're going to wake up feeling amazing once you've gotten through it, and it's all that's out of your system. And it will make it so worth it, and you'll be feeling as pumped as I do. Okay, so number 3. This one is almost as important as number 1. Meal plan and grocery shop based off of your menu for the week. The best way that you will fail is if you're unprepared. You have to be prepared. And I think the reason why I have fallen off the bandwagon so many times with my yo-yo dieting is because I never took the time to meal plan and prep and be prepared so that when I am in a rush or something didn't go right that day and I have just a little bit of time to manage it all, it was so much easier to just go off plan. So if you have keto snacks in your fridge, that's at your fingertips. So if you need a snack, you can get that, or at your desk at work or wherever you keep your snacks. You will be so much better off if you are prepared for when those times happen, because it doesn't matter which way you lose weight, you will still need to be prepared and organized to be able to succeed. You can't just wing it. You do need to be prepared. In addition, the bonus part, when you cut out all of that grocery shopping out in the middle aisles of your grocery store, you're basically going on the outside edges of the grocery store now. You're not even bothering with those middle aisles. And if that's maybe to get pink salt or something, but you save so much time grocery shopping, your budget is way cheaper because you're not wasting so much money on food, because there's a ton of food. When you remove processed foods from your diet, that's a huge portion of your budget. 3, you're not wasting food because you're making a menu and only buying the foods that are on it, and which also makes your grocery budget as a whole go down as well, which can allow you to afford grass-fed meats and butters, pastured and cage-free eggs, just good quality ingredients. So, and also, with that all being said, remove all of the food that's not keto approved. Just get it out of sight, out of mind. That saying, out of sight, out of mind. Get it out of your house. Donate it to somebody. Just get rid of it. The worst thing you want to go in is walk in and see a tray of cupcakes or something. No, you're setting yourself up for failure. Take it all away, get it out, and replace it with keto foods, keto approved foods. This one that you're not going to want to do. I didn't even want to do it. I wanted to vomit when I got on the scale and saw 309 pounds. And then when I took my before pictures that you can see right here, I wanted to just puke when I saw them. I mean, it's horrible. But take before pictures of the scale, of your, front, back, side pictures, because you don't have to share with them with those pictures with anybody, but you may want to have that as a reference way back when. Or if you get really bold like me and use it to empower other people. I'm so glad I took my before pictures, because yeah, I'm disgusted by them, but now I'm so proud. Like, that was me and this is me now, and it's empowering. So take before pictures, take measurements. Like, I focused mostly on my hips, my waist, and my high waist, and my chest, because that was really the area I'm apple-shaped that I carry my weight. So if I come across a week where I have maybe a stall on the scale or something like that, I'll see my measurements where I'm still shrinking, because it's very normal on keto to not lose weight for like 2 weeks and then have a big drop. Totally normal. You lose weight so differently on the keto versus in a traditional diet. So take those before. You don't have to share them with anybody. Tuck them in a folder somewhere where nobody can see, or share them and be empowered by that, So, and with that being said, with the sharing part, find your community, find your support system, because if you don't have support and you don't have a community, you're going to fail. You need somebody to do this with you. And granted, my husband does it with me. He has like 10 pounds to lose, which, but still, he's doing it with me because he's my support system. He can eat a little bit more than me, and he's in weight maintenance style mode, but he's still doing it with me. All the food in the house is keto. He's in this journey with me, so, and plus I'll get there quicker if he does it with me than if I stall this and drag this out for like 5 years. I want this done quick. So, and that's why I've lost 40 pounds in 2 months. Like, I am focused and I have support. Also, you can join my Facebook community. It's a small group. I have a page if you more prefer the page, but the community is more private, where you can share and talk about daily, whatever you're eating every day. Hit that link below. I also pop it in the comments. I also pop it in the description. But if you need a community and you need support to get started on your keto journey, I can't stress that enough. If somebody in your house is not on board with keto, it's going to be very hard for you. So you're going to need to find the support outside of the house, whether it be a community. This page, I'd be glad to help you. I'll be your support. Totally need a support system. Now that you've got all that stuff, now you need a few tools. Obviously, if you don't have a scale, I would invest in a scale, but I would also, more importantly, invest in a food scale, such as this one. I'll post a picture. I love this one. It's easy to use. It lights up. I'm really blind, so it's nice and easy for me to read. But you're going to want to weigh and track all of your food, and you need to do that so that you know what a proper serving size is. How many grams of fat is in an ounce of nuts? You need to learn this stuff. And if you learn this stuff and do your research, you'll be so much better prepared to make good decisions. So, and every time, you need to find a macro calculator where you can find out what your macros are for the day. Because if you don't know how much to eat, how are you going to lose weight? So get a food diary such as MyFitnessPal, KetoGains.com, I think it's Carb Manager. Those are the 3 that I'm familiar with. They're free. They have some different levels of their membership sides, but the basic features are free and they work, and adjust them to keto numbers, because they're going to, the MyFitnessPal isn't really keto geared, but you can adjust the PIF numbers so that your numbers will show up. 70% of your macros should come from fats, 25% from protein, 5% from green veggies, or carbs, I mean. So, and then every single thing you eat needs to be weighed and tracked. And then you can tell, okay, well, I can have a little bit more food for dinner, or, whoa, I better back it off a little bit. I only have 200 calories left, or, whatever it is. But if you're not logging your food, you won't know. And it would be very wiser to do that so that you're not, doing all this work and not losing or seeing the results, because you still, even though it's keto, you can still overeat on keto. I have tons of fat reserves. I don't need to eat excess fat. The whole point of eating this way is to burn my fat that's stored in my body already, to take from that first. So if I'm eating excess fat, it's going to take from that first, not the one that's on my body. So pay attention to that. It does matter. You still can't overeat. You still need to eat a deficit to lose your weight. And also, I would keep doing that and readjusting every 10 to 15 pounds I lose. I readjust my macros so that I make sure that I'm constantly shrinking. There's no reason to eat the macros for a 309-pound person, but only weigh 269. I'm obviously going to be eating in an excess at 269 if I'm, eating 309 calories, So make sure if you're 269 pounds, you're eating at that level. You're not eating above, and you don't want to go too low, but that one, we'll talk about that one another day. Number 7, commit to this lifestyle. If you just want to lose weight to get on a cruise, fit into some clothes and go get on a cruise, you're just wasting your time. Find another diet. Keto is not for you. If you want to truly commit to changing your life, you have a significant amount of weight to lose. You've got maybe you're pre-diabetic, or I have heart problems. I have a heart condition. So that's why one of my motivating factors to doing this. But you've got to commit to the lifestyle fully. This is not something that you can just eat this way, lose your weight, and go back to your old eating habits, because that's how you're going to gain the weight back. You still need to commit to this. There's more than one ways to do keto. There's weight loss mode, and then there's maintenance mode. But you can use this video right here for explanation on that. But you basically just get a couple carbs back. You get to eat 50 carbs a day instead of 20 net carbs, but you're still in weight maintenance. You're still eating keto. So don't commit to this and then just go back to your old ways, because you're really wasting your time, and it's super unhealthy to do that. Commit to this, be in it for the long haul, and trust the process. You gained all that weight for X amount of years. It's not going to come off overnight. It's going to be a journey, and you're going to need to have faith and trust the process that it works. And I've done this 2 months now, and 40 pounds gone, So I am literally sold on the keto diet. I do not need to resort to a high carbohydrate, glucose-based diet, because it was very unhealthy for me. And then, okay, so here's another big one. This is intermittent fasting is number 8. I swear by intermittent fasting. And because keto foods make you feel fuller longer, being that fat stays with you way longer than sugar, you're going to feel fuller longer, and you're going to be able to do things that you would have never imagined you can do. It's all in your mind that you need to eat, and it's all in the people that have brainwashed everybody. You need 6 meals a day. No, we don't. We're not birds. We don't. This was the way of our people when our ancestors ate this way. It's not anything new. And then we changed it to whatever the American diet is now, and look at the obesity rates in this country and this nation as a whole. So intermittent fasting is basically you have a window of eating and you have a window of fasting. Common ones to start: 16 hours of fasting, of which a lot of those are you're sleeping, so it's not that hard, and then 8-hour window of eating. So basically a 16-8 is you skip breakfast and you just start eating at lunch and you stop eating at dinner. And that window is the only time that you eat. And that allows your body a ton of amazing benefits. And I'm going to post another video for that, because I'm trying to keep this one on task or on topic. But I like to do the 16-8, and I like to do a 23-1, which is also known as 1 meal a day. So I fast for 23 hours and I just eat dinner and I go back to fasting. So those are so easy to do when you're keto. And that's, like I said, I'm going to go into way more detail with another video, because I want to keep this one on how to get started. But seriously, look up intermittent fasting. I swear by it. I do it every day, and it's why I've lost weight so quickly. And there's so many health benefits to doing fasting. So number 9, okay, Let's find another way to deal with your emotions. I am an emotional eater. I am a stress eater. I am just a binge eater. You know, I eat my emotions. So I've had to relearn for the first time in my life how to manage those emotions, to how to deal with the emotions, how to work through them and not use my crutch, food. So that goes along with why intermittent fasting is really awesome, because if you're in a fasting window and you eat something because you're stressed out, now you've also ruined your fasting window too. I mean, granted, it's not the end of the world, but it's part of the mental challenge. If I'm fasting so much, I can't be cheating or going off plan or choosing food to deal with my stress. I have to find other ways to deal with it. And that means I'm going for a walk. I'm taking a fresh, I'm just going outside for a few minutes. I'm taking a quick break. I'm managing stress with yoga or, just something. You've got to find a way to get that out. Not use food. Stop eating your emotions. And if that means talk to somebody, a friend, a shrink, a doctor, find a way to do something other than eat. And I cannot believe how well, I'm not a crier. I'll cry now. Bottling up all of my emotions inside and pretending like everything's okay being a people pleaser got me to 309 pounds. So those things weren't working anyways. So might as well switch it up. Have your emotions. It's okay. We have them for a reason. Accept the fact that we have emotions and be okay with it. And then lastly, a very important one, stop listening to everybody else's opinion on keto. Keto is it's controversial. It works, and some people do it wrong. Some people have no idea what it is, but just see the amount of fat that you eat and are so used to the brainwashed American diet that you're supposed to eat and judge it without actually doing research and seeing that keto is healthy. My cardiologist recommended it to me. My heart doctor is the one that got me into it. It's do your research and stop listening to everybody else's opinion. You can people who have done keto wrong in the past, judge it or you can't live like that forever, or once you get your goal weight, you'll gain it all back. All of those arguments, stop listening to all that noise. Trust the process. Do your own research. Find your own doctors that are on board and stop listening to what they think. This is your life. It's not their life. You totally are in charge. You're driving the bus here. And if you're listening to everybody else or trying to please everybody else, it's not going to work. You've got to do your own thing. Tune it all out and do your own research. So if you've enjoyed this video, please, 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 please leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. I love to help. I've lost 40 pounds on this journey, and I have so much more to give to you guys with tips and struggles and my experience and my how-tos and inspiration, whatever the case may be, but I'm here for you. So please, please, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye.